I just think that the people that say how beneficial the military is not telling us the whole truth. And that's why I think that I came in blindsided to how I could have truly make the military work for me instead of me being worked. You know, because they working me right now, y'all. Like, I am not using the military right now. They're using me to a T, y'all. I'm getting used like a mug. What's up, YouTube? So I'm back with another video again today. This might be a controversial video, but it's not meant to be controversial. I just know that my opinion and my viewpoint on this, it could ruffle some feathers. I mean, my intention is not to ruffle any feathers because so many different people view the military in completely different ways. And let me tell y'all, the people that are all ging-ho military, they don't play about the military. I try to feel like I'm still like a, you know, innocent bystander, or I'm just still on the sidelines, you know, observing the military. I'm not really a major participant in all of it, but I'm still trying to, you know, scope it out and just see how I fit into this lifestyle. So what this video is about today is my opinion and just my perspective on who the military truly benefits. I know if you're watching this, you have had, like, you had to hear that
the military is so beneficial. Do you not know those benefits and what you can
have, and how when you get out of the military, you're going to be able to put that you were in the military, so you're going to be promised so many jobs.
And they're going to pay for school, and you're going to have a stable paycheck. You're going to be traveling. You're going to meet so many different people from all across the world.
You're going to learn discipline and structure. You're going to be in shape, probably the best shape of your life.
You are going to get everything you need by joining the military. That's what y'all have probably heard, and I'm just here once again to give my little opinion on this, to, you know, say, is that really what makes the military beneficial and really the reasons that people need to just hop into this? Because I can tell y'all right now, it depends. And me being a psychology degree, you know, that's the main thing we always heard was it depends. All of us are so different. We come from different environments and backgrounds. We are all raised differently. We're all used to different things. Some people come in, you know, they were homeless before this. They had nothing to their name. They probably was in and out of juvenile or jail. Some people are on the other end of the spectrum where they didn't need the military at all. They just came in because they just love trying new things, you know. And you know, you will hear just so many different reasons why people join. But I just want to kind of discuss today, y'all, whether or not certain people's reasons for coming in is legitimate. It's always legitimate, let me say that. But I just want to discuss whether or not their reasons for coming in is worth all of the time and energy that they're about to give to this lifestyle. This lifestyle is consuming. It is not your everyday civilian job where you can say, hey, I figured out this one for me, I'm out. Let's talk, y'all. Let's have this discussion. But before we do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like the video and make sure you leave comments and things to help me to get to my next subscriber goal, which is right now 150, but let's aim for 200, y'all. Like, I like to aim big. It's 2022. Let's aim big. So y'all help me to get my subscribers up so I can continue to make content that y'all want to see, and make sure you turn on your post notification bell so that you can be notified every single time I post. So yeah, let's get right into it. Wait a minute, y'all, but first let me put y'all on my motivational bottle, y'all. My motivational water bottle, y'all, the GOAT. So let me just tell y'all real quick, I haven't been following it to a T today because I haven't had a full-blown schedule, but I'm trying to get better at being on schedule with this because I just got it last week, y'all. It's from Aotech, I believe, Aotech company. That's where I got this one from, because this one, I believe it has 64 ounces. So for me, you might see a lot of these, but this is one that was right in the middle, so it's not too big, not too small. And then it came with this little pretty strap on, and I was like, yeah, so I get to prance around with this. And then it has the little lock right here, because I got a lock right now. And then the straw, which is cute, so it's all fashionable and stuff. And yeah, y'all, I always been wanting one of these, and I had took my time getting to it because I don't know why, y'all. I mean, I'm just normally a water bottle grabber, but I think that this is gonna be my motivation this year to drink more water. So I'm like, yes, I think this is a good accountability, so you can stay on track. And this is just a pretty one, y'all. These, what does it say? Yeah, decide to go, drink simply, suck it up, no excuse, hustle, don't quit, be savage, you did it. So yeah, I love this, and if y'all like this exact one, then I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. Make sure you go and get you a motivational water bottle, y'all. It's 2022, and we're gonna take care of what we need to be healthy and glowing and growing, y'all. And water, that's easy. This is really easy, y'all, getting you towards a healthy life. So yeah, make sure you check this out, y'all. Alright, y'all, so what sparked this conversation that I want to have with y'all today is, and I'm going to come with a more in-depth video, but long story short, y'all, I had a conversation with one of my coworkers today. We were just talking about, you know, just the military. We got on it, talking about school and things like that. I probably took the conversation a different route, or maybe he did, because I'm going to be honest with y'all, and this is not what this specific video is about, but I'm going to bring it up to y'all. I have been going through a lot of, I don't like self-diagnosing myself, because I know being psychology, we don't like to do that because that's what actual psychologists are for. So make sure if you do think that you have mental health concern to actually talk to a licensed provider about it. But the symptoms that I think I have right now, y'all, is that I am going through a lot of depression and a lot of anxiety, and I'm just really stressed. And honestly, truly, y'all, I do associate it with me being in the military. I'ma just keep it 100 with y'all, keep it a stack. A lot of what I'm going through mentally and emotionally right now, I consider the military being majority of the cause. Mainly where this stems from is I regret the path that I chose to get in the military. Y'all know, if you watch my other videos, I said that on multiple occasions, that it's not the military, it's the path that I chose to be in the military. And the one that I'm on, I cannot stand it, y'all. I am literally finding it hard to have intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is when you just need that internal push, or something that you find inherently in yourself that makes you want to keep going and working towards something, and it has nothing to do with the outside world. It's just simply all in here and what you want. And that's pretty much what it is. Like the external motivation, yeah, you know, all the benefits that I mentioned in the beginning, you know, the stable income, wearing a uniform, guaranteed job, all those things, that's my motivation to keep going. But the internal motivation is simply not here, y'all. And so based off the conversation that I had with my coworker, we were just talking about going back to school. And I know at the level he's on, he's working towards an associate. And so, you know, I was just kind of putting him up on game, and I'm just like, hey, you know, yeah, I really truly came in the military to go back to school, but now that I'm in, you know, I'm heavily considering waiting to use my GI Bill so I can go to a program that I actually want to be in, instead of the programs that I feel forced to go into through tuition assistance. And you never know how long it might take you being active duty. You are still a full-time soldier, a full-time worker. I don't really talk to too many people that's actively going to school right now while active duty, but I know I've seen YouTubers do it. I just don't know what their experience was like doing it. And I know I read things on Reddit. Some people say, yeah, I did it, you know, it was no issue. And some people are like, no, it's not worth it. You're not going to be able to give all of your energy into both. You're going to be slacking in one area or the other. And especially you, Praylo, you're going back for a master's. That it is a very in-depth type of degree. It will require you to be more involved and more engaged in your work, and you will need a lot more energy to put into it. But that just falls back onto, well, if I need to put all my time just into school, then I might as well just go through a program with the Army to commission over that way. But that means I'm gonna owe the Army time back, and I'm just a big person like, hey, what's gonna be more beneficial to me in the long term? So yeah, that's how we got on the subject, right? And basically me and him just started talking about why we joined and just where we are at with the military. And I could tell talking to him that our two opinions on it are completely different. And that's why I'm bringing the video to y'all, because you might resonate with me or you might resonate with him. And I'm just gonna call this guy Ryan. You know, Ryan joined the military, right? He's a little older than me, but you know, and let me just say this real quick, y'all. Nothing that I say is towards him, towards the military, towards nothing. I don't speak for anybody else anywhere else. I'm just saying based off of what me and him talked about. I'm not trying to make it come out in a way where I'm judging. I'm just kind of speaking. Like, I'm literally just talking right now. So don't take it as if that's how I'm trying to say it when I compare the two, right? So like I said, Ryan said, you know, I came in, I have a wife, I have a child, you know, I never went to school before now, you know, so he was just saying that the military, the army in general, has been a blessing to him. You know, he said he has been able to accomplish so much, you know, his family is taken care of, you know, to him it's kind of like the military has fed life to him on a silver platter, you know. And I hear these things, I'm like, interesting, you know. I'm the type, I be saying things in my mind that I want to respond, but you know, I'm just gonna listen or whatever. And he was like, yeah, he said, you know, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that in the military, you know. He's basically trying to move up. He's planning to do his 20 years. So, you know, he's like, yeah, this has been amazing for me, and I've worked in plenty of civilian jobs. None of them gave me what the military is giving to me now. So here I am with it, y'all. I'm just like, you know, I truly didn't come in for that. I'm like, well, firstly, I really came in the army because I didn't feel like waiting on the Air Force. I was being impatient. Y'all know I talked about the Air Force and my little run-in with them, and I just was like, Air Force, y'all too picky, and y'all know people trying to come in. It's like, y'all doing too much. So I was like, let me go over here to the army because they ain't playing no games. I'm ready to be stable. You know, I just got out of school and I'm just trying to get some legit guaranteed money in my pocket. And guess what? They had me in the military in literally 2 weeks. Started the process this month, went to meals that month, and I was in next month. So I was just kind of putting them up on game and saying it's very hard. Trying to come in, get in a master's degree. I didn't think it would be that hard, but now that I'm seeing the programs and what's available to me with the tuition assistance, I'm highly considering doing that off of my GI Bill if I choose to not re-enlist. And that's where he was like, oh, you're not gonna re-enlist? I'm like, well, we just kind of doing the pros and the cons. We just talking about it. So this is my opinion on it, y'all, because I've been to basic so far and I've been to AIT, and that's where I was able to meet the most diverse group of people. And like I mentioned in my basic training video, most of the people that leave for the military are young and out of high school. Yes, it's gonna be some outliers like myself. I'm 20. I came in at actually 23, turned 24 in basic. Now I'm 25, and it's gonna be some 30-year-olds. It's gonna be a random 40-year-old. It's gonna be some random older people, but that is not the majority. The majority of people that come into the military are young and right out of high school. They never had any experience in the real world, never went to college, never did anything. Some of them already had this all planned out. They've been wanting to come to the military as long as they can remember. They come from a military background, and that's just what they want to do. Whereas some are like, you know, I ain't ready to go to college. That ain't my style. I'm trying to go to the military. That's just what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna let them pay for school. The other ones, they just like, whatever. My mom and them told me to come in, and here's where I am. So I look at it, y'all, from that perspective. Those kids, because they are kids. I know I'm not too far off, but you know, when you're that age, I was called a kid, so I'm gonna call them kid because they just, look, it do feel natural to call them that now that I'm older. So they get a lot from the military. So if you're 18 and you're 19, 20, you will, and more than likely you will get everything you need to feel like you are going to create an abundance of success from the military, because they're going to give you your first stable check. They're going to pay for your first degree, so you're never probably going to have to worry about any student loans. They're going to teach you discipline and structure, how to work out. They're going to teach you so many things that you were never forced to know about when you were in high school. So they're going to basically introduce you to a whole new life. And to top it off, you're going to be away from mommy and daddy. You're going to be, or whoever your caregiver was, and then you're going to be probably overseas and somewhere far away from home, you know, which comes with its pros and its cons. But for the most part, you're going to be like, wow, the military is amazing. Then on the other end of the spectrum, you got people, I'm not on a deep spectrum, like I got a whole family and a whole life I live, because it's people like that too, y'all. They done lived a whole life, and I ain't lived no life like that, but I got a chance to get some experience outside of high school throughout that 4 years of college and that year that I took off from school where I was working and just doing me. So I was able to create an identity for myself for the most part. You know, your identity is rocky sometimes, but I was able to get a chance to be on my own and really learn what it means to save, to work out, to take care of myself because I wasn't at home. And I had to do those things for myself. So me coming into the military, y'all, I look at it completely different. So some of the things that, like I told y'all, that my mama and my daddy was feeding me, like I just mentioned throughout the video, I understand why it's beneficial, but I can honestly say I don't really think it's that beneficial for me personally. So number one, point blank period, is I wasn't homeless before coming into the military. I come from a middle class black family. You know, black middle class and white middle class is different. So I come from a black middle class family. My mom, I told you, she retired from the military and she was able to get her a nice home, send me to moderately nice, predominantly black schools back in Memphis. And for the most part, you know, I never wanted for anything. I never needed for anything. Now, I didn't get all my wants, but I never had to worry about whether or not the lights were going to be on, where I was going to sleep, and things like that. So when you come from that, y'all, it's not anything that you think that the military can give you that you didn't already have. It might be not a humble mindset to have or just a grateful mindset to have. I think I just kind of look at it like, okay, being at the high school level and never really wanted for anything, you are ready to move up so you can get all your wants. Now you got your needs, so let's start working towards our wants. So coming in the military as a single soldier, I feel like that was kind of me backtracking a little bit, being in the barracks room, because as single soldiers, you got to think about this, y'all, and I got to create a whole video on this. Single soldiers, listen to me right now. Single soldiers live an entirely different life than soldiers with dependents. So on one end, you got high schoolers coming in, no family, and they're single soldiers. So the world is the limit when they come in. They're going to have fun, party, drink, you know, have sex, all the things that young people do. Then you got single soldiers like myself. I kind of been there, done it in college, you know, without telling on myself, you know, and then now I'm way more mature, you know. I'm in a healthy relationship right now. I don't have kids, I'm not married, but you know, I see now that I'm ready to just really start getting myself together for my future family, because I know I am at the stage where soon I'll be ready to have kids and soon I'll be ready to be married. Let's say that the other way around. Soon I'll be ready to be married and soon I'll be ready to have kids. But if you do either or, whichever way, that's fine by me. I'm just saying for me personally. So being a single soldier in the military and feeling like you could have progressed leaving from college and then coming in and living a single soldier lifestyle. One, the single soldier lifestyle is different as enlisted versus single soldier as an officer, because they automatically get put in housing. That's why I say, y'all, because it is a lot of ways that I can bring this full circle, but I say this to say single soldiers don't have as much fun as a possibly somebody living outpost. They don't have to deal with barracks inspections. They don't have to deal with being pulled to do this and that, because you don't have to worry about any family you're leaving and any attachments. Now, of course, there's pros and cons to each, because soldiers that got family up here, you know, they can go on deployments and have to leave their children and things like that and leave their family, or they might go home and they might not be in a healthy relationship. But those are things that, you know, could change. They could change it if they really truly wanted to, because men in the military, they're not forced to be married. They can live the single soldier life as us, not have to worry about any rent and things like that. But of course, most of the time they're choosing to be married. So they get to go home at the end of the night after a long, hard day, y'all, after a lot of stress. Even throughout, like when you get done with PT in the morning time, their family might still be at home in the bed sleeping. You get to go kiss them on the head before you go to work. But single soldiers, we don't get that. We literally are here by ourselves, and you have to think about this when you're trying to choose or decide whether or not the military will be beneficial for you. Now, let's get into soldiers that come in already with degrees already being paid for. Me coming in, I have debt. I have student loan debt. It's not that much, but I have student loan debt, and it has to be paid back. Yes, they've been pushing it off for a while, but it still needs to be paid back. And you know, when you take out a degree, it's with the intention that your future income will be able to pay back that degree with no issues. So student loan is not a problem. That's how people get MBAs. That degree costs maybe $150,000, but they're expected to make way above that when they start getting money in. single soldiers with degrees, I've talked about that in previous videos. We took care a lot of the hard part, which is school, especially a bachelor's. Yes, it is hard to get a job at the bachelor's level, and being in the military can help you get that, but it all depends. Like me, knowing I got that step done, I don't look at the military, oh my gosh, you're gonna put me through school, yay. So yeah, it's nice for them to pay for my master's, but to be honest, the master programs are not all that, and you know, not with my field. I'm psychology, and I'm also trying to switch over into social work, and that's neither here nor there, because I'm not trying to make that video about that, but I'm just kind of using it as an example. So me being a single soldier with a degree, I told you a lot of things irritate me on a daily, and a lot of things that people say you're supposed to find beneficial for you, I truly don't see it like that. I feel like these days, 2022, you know, entrepreneurship is being pushed heavy. You know, a lot of people are trying to do things differently than our parents have done in the past. And you know, the military back in the day, when my mom and them was in the 70s and all that, the military was the way to go. You can get everything you wanted in life. But these days, y'all, the sky is the limit, and it truly is. We get on social media every day. Let's not say that that's truly reality, because it's not, but we know it's all possible. And we know the sky is even bigger than it used to be. And we have aspirations now to do bigger and better things. Like, I have a psychology degree, but is my thinking about being a psychologist on just a level of private practice? No. I'm thinking, oh, I can be a big psychologist, and I can go here, travel the world, and speak all these places and just talk about different psychological principles. And the world feels limitless these days. It feels like if you work hard, we know that we can attain it, because we see it happening every day. Especially on social media, we see people getting rich off of social media all the time. So these days, it doesn't feel like the military is truly needed. Yeah, if you truly want it, but like I tell people, and people get mad at me about this, I think the military is for people that have plans to be your next sergeant major. If you have plans to come in and truly be hoo-ah, like you want to be super hoo-ah, you love things about the field, you love things about everything military and just what it is in general, and bouncing around and doing this and the culture of the cadences and marching and all that, the military gonna be perfect for you. But the people, if you are anything like me, whether you young or you old, if you have aspirations to come in because you just want a guaranteed job, y'all, I say the military might not be that beneficial for you. Now, I don't want to speak for everybody, y'all. This is my opinion only, and I had to state that, y'all. It is true. Everybody's experience is going to be different depending on your leadership, your unit, where you're stationed. It's so much that goes into it, y'all, and that's why it's so hard for us already in to tell you what it's gonna be like for you, because so many people go through way different things. And I'm gonna throw out this example right quick, because I was thinking about making a separate video. We have a military YouTuber on the platform by the name of Miss Dreeks, and she came out with a video saying she regrets the military, she hates it, and I don't want to quote her right now because I might have to properly do it by quoting exactly what she said in the video or something, so I won't like take her words out of context. And then we had another military YouTuber named Army Princess that did a reaction video. And those two sharing their experiences were completely different. You have Army Princess that's saying the Army was amazing. So her outlook on teaching her subscribers is military, let's go, girl. Let's get it, dude. Let's, you know, not in a bad way. She just kind of like, I love it. It has done so much for me. And then you have people like Miss Dreeks. She was kind of like, I've been hiding some things for y'all. It's not really been what I expected, you know. I had more coming into the military than I'm leaving out with. She already had a master's degree coming in, you know, so for her, she was just kind of doing it. So her experience was completely different. And that's why I'm comparing me and my coworker Ryan that I was talking to today. I just think that the people that say how beneficial the military is not telling us the whole truth. And that's why I think that I came in blindsided to how I could have truly make the military work for me instead of me being worked, you know, because they working me right now, y'all. Like, I am not using the military right now. They're using me to a T, y'all. I'm getting used like a mother. Me coming in with just the intention of being stable, because that's truly what it always boils down to, y'all. It's financial stability at the end of the day. We work, we do all this in life because we want to be able to take care of ourselves, take care of our family, and be able to do the things we want and soon attain financial freedom. But that's still an ongoing battle. That's why everybody's preaching entrepreneurship, so we can start investing in our future and not having to work for nobody else again. I just feel like if you are the type of person where you hate being told what to do, you hate authority, if you hate having to be anywhere own time, if you hate systems that are just the way it is, nobody can really say anything, that's how it is. If you are not a believer in the government, if you are not someone that, like, if you're not into true patriotism, like, it's gonna be hard for you to find benefit of this on a daily if your only motivation is external factors, because you have to want to be in for yourself. You have to truly come within and be like, I truly want this because I like what I'm doing, and you find it actually rewarding. And I know in many ways I don't find it rewarding. Sometimes because I'm an overthinker, I'm very introspective, so in ways I do find it not very rewarding, but I see what it can create for me if I just play it cool and just see what it turns out to. But on the other end of it, I'm like, I'm going against myself, because every day it's a mental battle for me on some things that I thought was gonna be the way it is when it's really like not like that. And so every day I have to battle with that, y'all, and it truly is because I feel like I didn't know myself and what I really truly want for myself. So that's why I'm asking you, and I'm going to end the video on that. Think about who you are. Think about your background. Think about how you were raised. Think about how you want to create a future for yourself, and think about what different avenues you can take to creating a life that you want for yourself. Is the military the only and best option? And when you did go the military route, did you go through all your options? And on the other end, if you know, I cannot do this, I like individualism, I like expressing myself, you know, I'm outspoken, I can't deal with the rank of it and not being of importance until I'm this rank, you know, all these things that's gonna play a factor in you truly being in the military and being like, yes, this is the best decision I ever made. Really, truly, every day having a reason to truly keep going, instead of, well, damn, I've been sentenced to the military, I'm counting damn days. Like, you don't want to be that person, y'all. It's not fun counting the days till it's time to get out, because we don't want to, like, bruh, it's 2022. Why do you want to feel like you're in jail? Why do you want to feel like you're counting days and you doing sit-ups and push-ups in a room until you get bonded out? Like, that's not fun, and I don't want y'all to go through that. That's why I'm here to really talk about the real experiences that I know I'm having, and I don't want to keep talking about things in a negative light, because I try my best not to be pessimistic, but sometimes the truth is the truth, and I'm just sharing my experiences with y'all. So I'm gonna end the video telling y'all to truly know yourself and know exactly what you want for yourself, because times are different. Everyone knows that. Our parents or whoever you know that was in back in the day or went in at a completely different time frame, and then they made everything come about now that they looking back, they can say in hindsight, oh yeah, the military was great. Everybody gonna be able to say that, y'all. We all gonna be able to say that. Oh yeah, even if you got in, got right back out, whatever your experience was in the military, you're gonna look back at it and be like, I'm grateful for it. That's just part of life. You're gonna look back at everything and be like, oh yeah, it was for a reason. But do you gotta take this route to be a part of your journey? If you know you don't have to, then don't. But if you know that you fit the things that the military is truly about, and you know that is truly what you need in your life, baby, then do it. Do it, y'all, okay? So that's how I feel. Is the military beneficial? It depends on you. It depends on you, okay? So if you like this video, if you like the things that I've said, make sure you leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Y'all talk to me. Share my video. Make sure you like this video and let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you follow me at my social media if you want to hear my advice on some things. And yeah, I'm here if y'all need me, okay? So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.